How's it going, everyone? This is Shark from Drunk Guy Explains, and real quick, this is going to be basically the fundamentals of the DGE lay strategy system. This is for user system 33 that's actually going to be developing a program to actually get the really hard data on this system. So this is literally for advanced players, people that have already played the game for a really long time, because we're not really going into defining things, we're going into what I am doing. All right, so the first thing we're going to do, and this is for system, we don't need dice, that's not the biggest one. So the one running system that's kind of easy to go starting out. This is a fire bet. Fire bets are, some casinos are all talls and smalls. Essentially it means that if a point is a 4 and then you make a 4, it comes off fire bet. Then you make a separate point 5, you make the point, come back, fire bet. And keep doing that system all the way down. You need to set this right here does nothing, but you see if you paid $1 into this weird like long odd system, and when you hit the 4th point, you get 25 to 1. When you hit the 5th point, you get 250, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 250 to 1. You hit the 6th point, it's 1,000 to 1. Now Wizard of Oz has already said this is a long odd. It's like one of the most worst house edge things. So what you can do is what I do, is actually count how many separate points were made. Now because I'm counting that, if I'm looking at it, whatever this 4th point is, doesn't matter where the point is system, I want to get a payout of 25. So what that means is, let's say the 4th point is an 8. Generally speaking, I'd put a $30 lay on the don't, and then martingale it up to the 9 and 10 for the same instances. So that's the first one that's kind of a little bit wingy. So basically, on one system of this, I wait until the 4th point has been, or the 3rd point has been made, and I start doing a don't pass line bet for the 4th, 5th, and 6th point as we run it out. Also, I should probably also put that I have a starting bankroll. If you're doing a pure DGE system, your starting bankroll is $5,000. And so the reason why 5,000 is so I can martingale it up. So that's the starting bankroll for that. All right, the second system that I run is essentially the 410 lay martingale. And what that means is that I wait in my pure system, 3, 4. Okay, imagine this is 7 4s thrown after a 7 and before another 7. Or 7 10s thrown before after a 7 is thrown and before the next 7 is thrown. And what I do is I wait. I count how many 4s and 10s there are. I don't combine them, I keep them separate. So I usually have 2 stacks of them. Let's just say this is the stack for the 10. I'm using it as an abacus. I say it all the time in the videos, like using it as an abacus. This is, we don't need a bankroll, this is just descriptions. So essentially what I do is I wait, and I wait, and I wait, and I wait. And so essentially what I do is the first 4's been thrown, nothing. Second 4's been thrown, nothing. Third 4's been thrown, nothing. Now is where it gets interesting. After that third 4 has been thrown, I put a 51 no 4, or $50. Let's just not even have the vigorous in here, because vigorous will change. I do a $50 no 4. And let's say you throw another 4. Next one is a 150 no 4. Let's say I lose that. Then I do a 500. Let's say I lose that. Now you do a 3,000. Now theoretically I could do a 6,000 is the max lay, because whatever the pass line is, the don't pass is doubled, and the back for the lay for the 4 and 10, because it's a half payout versus, or 50% payout versus more money on top. So it goes within the range of the max number of payout, or it's under that limit. So that's how I run that system for the 4 and for the 10. 1, 2, 3, 4s have been thrown, then I lay 50, 150, 500, 3,000. Now for me, at most casinos I go to, some take out the VIG after you win, some take out the VIG before you go. So for me, most of the casinos I go to, it's before. So So this is $1, or this is $1 vig. This will be a $3 vig, which I don't have $3 right now, but you know, $3 right here. And 500 is a $12 vig, and for every 1,000 is a $25 vig. So that covers the 4 and 10. Now you also see in the videos, you see me run out the numbers. And I'm going to say this to you, system, is that I do that system, the 4 and 10, essentially in the the fire bet martingale, the 4 and 10 lay martingale immediately. That's going from Jump Street. Also, another thing I do is I wait until 2 7s have been thrown together. This, 7 and then immediately another 7. I will lay the minimum from the 4 to the 10. So for this, on a $10 minimum table, I'm laying 64 across and only keeping it for 1. So those 3 things are all I do until I make the first $300. So that is a very grindy way of doing that. It's very small, it's very slow, but it's very, very safe with a huge bankroll too. Now, in saying that, once I'm up in money, I get a little bit more looser, and this is what I do. Number 1, the field. I will wait until 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 throws are all outside the field. So a 5, 6, 7, or 8. All in a row, 5. And then I will start with the minimum, and then if I lose it, it's double plus $5. And so I martingale that one as well. Everything I'm about to do is pretty much centered around the martingale. Once I get up in profit, I'll start playing around with that. Now when I'm up about $500, $600, something like that, I'll sit here and institute another thing. And this is where the dangerous part of this system is. If a 7's been thrown, 7 out, everything gets taken away. And then the next point is either a 4 or the next point is a 10. Then I'll see here on the minimum, offsetting, and I'll get to that in a minute. I'll put 100 down, and then I'll put 54 across. And essentially, the first step everyone asks me is like, where's the protection is offsetting here, but what about this? You've thrown 1 4 or 1 10, and now you're gonna put 100 basically as a lay or a don't on this for odds. This, do not chase. I do not chase it. If I lose it, I'll lose it. Do not chase it. So, the first throw is thrown, whether it pays or not. When the first throw is thrown, I take off the 4 and 9. So now I have 34 out there. That means I'll have 60 to offset. Second throw has been thrown. Doesn't matter if it hits or not. Take off the 5 and bring down the odds to 50. Third throw has been thrown. It doesn't matter if it hits or not. I take down all and come down off everything and then run the 4 and 10 system again. Now, this part down here, I have stopped doing, which was the PL, DPL, martingale. The pass line and don't pass line martingale, I've tried it. The problem is that martingale is just too much action, too one way, and I have stopped doing it. I didn't get burned on it at a casino, and I haven't gotten burned on it on here. The problem is that, like you said, when the point is off, there's too much issues. When the point is on, it gets static. And so now, if a 12 happens, just let it go. I just let it go. The reason why I offset these 2 bets, number 1, is because it allows me to play with the don't pass if the come out roll is a 4 and 10. And because I want to always set up that 100 or 200 or 500 odds on a 4 and 10, I want to sit here and always have a pass bar bet, don't pass bar bet. The problem with that though, and I'm sure both of y'all know, is when the point is off, 7 and 11 are going to lose me this, and 7 is the most common. So that's why I just offset it, Keep it simple, keep it stupid. So that is that part of the bet. And guys, we have gone over the pass line, don't pass line, offset. I've talked to you about my field, and then I've talked to you about my spread. I've talked to you about the lay 4 and 10. I've talked to you about the fire bet martingale, which I think I'm the first one to even try to do something like that. And all these systems take an extreme long time. You are waiting a long time. So in the field bet, just in case y'all don't know, if the minimum is a $10 table, I'll literally go 10, 25, 55, 115, 235, 475, and so on and so forth. And that's literally double plus $5. So I'm making money every street of the way. And so, like I said, guys, that's everything basically that's revolved around the Drone Guy Explains craps strategy, or the 410 lay bet strategy, DGE system strategy. System 33, I know that this is probably just a rough overview, but I try to give you all the amounts for all the progression bets when I start the progression bets. Same thing for the field. Really, you don't have to worry about this. You can show me the loss because I know I'm probably going to lose about every 100 throws. I'm probably going to lose around 10 to 30 bucks on this one, or three hits on it. So, guys, without further ado, that's everything that's involved in the Drunk Guy Explains Craps strategy. Check you guys next time.